Hello guys, how are you doing? So, welcome back to my reactions, and as you can see I'm going to be watching episode 6 of Lord El-Melloi 2 Case Files. Last episode was really intense and we got to see the closure of this case, and it ended up with a sacrifice from this guy, and it was not really like an happy moment, especially for Waver, to see someone disappearing right before his eyes again. So, that workshop was like all messed up, and it was basically the origin of all of this. And it was actually that fairy not being able to stop any of that. So it was really interesting to see how they managed to defeat all of those things and to not destroy that gate, but they at least killed all of those creatures appearing. And it was actually great doing it, and it was so amazing to see that whole scene. And now it's much more clearer to me about that sacred land stuff. So apparently King Arthur had both Excalibur and this lance, um, and that was something that I was like kind of confused about, mostly because I'm currently playing Fate Grand Order, and I was in this moment where we see this this Lion King, and she's using this sacred lance. So I was wondering if it was just related to this specific character, or if it was actually a weapon used by King Arthur as well. So apparently he has possession of both of them, and that just gives me more clues that Gray is like related to King Arthur somehow. I still don't exactly understand how, and like how she like appeared there. Like, who is she? Is she a servant or like something? Like, I have no idea. But she's definitely connected to King Arthur somehow, and she uses that ad basically um, to to use these powers, and it just makes me really curious about her origin and how she even met Waver. We know it was in a graveyard, and that she is a graveyard keeper apparently. But that's basically it. I still feel like there's like much that can be said about her, but yeah, I'm really interested in her, and it was really cool to see it last episode and how they solved this. Unfortunately, a lot of people died near that workshop, but at least the case is solved. And now they were actually mentioning, the other girl was mentioning the rail zeppelin. I believe that's how it's called, and it's apparently going to be the next case, and it's also in the title of this anime. So I'm expecting it to be the big case of this season at least. I don't know if there's going to be more eventually, but I want to believe so. But either way, I'm really curious to see what's going to happen and which kind of adventures Waver is going to go through in these episodes. But yeah, it's a really good anime so far. It can be quite confusing at some times since they're like being like this detective stuff and like investigating like what's going to not what's going but what's like happening in these scenes and like trying to solve this mystery. So yeah, it can be kind of confusing sometimes, but it's really enjoyable to watch. And I mean, sometimes this happens with some animes. It's hard to understand everything at the moment you are watching, but when you like eventually find out about everything and you completely understand what's going on, it becomes like way more enjoyable, and it's also really cool to learn all of those things even if it's after you watch the anime. So yeah, right now I'm really enjoying it, and it's really cool to just have Waver on screen once again and having this different side of him as well. So yeah, I just wish him the best, and I hope that these episodes are not too hard on him. But yeah, we'll see what happens. But yeah, either way, I hope you guys are ready, and let's start the episode. Hmm. Otras Luvia. Is that gray? It was gray. um. Ooh. What's this one? Triple the homework. Damn. Gilgamesh. Is that why Grey appeared? Because of King Arthur's grave? She has those eyes. Talking about Gilgamesh must be really hard for him. I'm still happy that at least Gilgamesh spared his life after the war. I mean, he was not really a bad character in Fate Zero. I guess it just became worse in Unlimited Blade Works because of that mud or something from the Holy Grail that he was into. But yeah, I never really considered him a bad character in Fate Zero. He was just like really like arrogant, maybe. Like he just always saw himself as the number one, and everyone else didn't matter. But yeah, it was just like his way of being. He was never this like he was never like unfair to others. Hmm. Wonder what it is. Hmm. She wants to know what happened. Yeah. Oh, that's why. Oh my. She's dressing up. Karnak. That looks really good. Damn. Oh my god. Watching all of these visuals, so amazing. Damn, she owns that place. I really like Luvia's design. She looks really good. Damn. Oh, it was him. Of course. Looks like a place in Egypt. Are they really doing this? Apparently. That's why she got those clothes. Aww. Ooh. Yeah, I'm sure Gray wants to try that out. Oh my god. Um. Alright. So I wonder who that one is. I don't know if it's the first time we see her. She might have been in the class in the previous episode, but I never see her interacting, I think. Ice cream looks good. She wants to buy that for waiver. She's gonna tell her. It's gonna be interesting. One of the best servants there was. In terms of personality, at least. A lot of stuff. Yep. Oh. Oh! What's happening? Whoa! Their Mystica is just activated. Yeah, what the hell is happening? Time stop there or something? Yeah. Wait, sir. They entered a different dimension. Oh. Yep. Chick. Yeah. They exit in one door, they enter into the other. Need to search for whoever is doing this. So that's why they were there. Okay. Oh shit. Yeah, you should be careful. Comes out one way and enters the other. Yeah. Are you going to sing like him? Hmm. Yeah. Just happened. Hmm. Oh. Could be possible, I guess. So she's basically the one at fault. Damn, that's really cheap. Making people buy things with a spell. Alright. Whoa. Those spellers. Alright. Are those? What are those things? Hmm. She's gonna spin? Oh. Damn. Her fingers are like a machine gun. She's strong. And we saw that against Rin. I still remember her fight against Rin. That scream. She's a female Hercules. Damn. Um, what's next? I doubt it's gonna work. Alright, it actually did, I guess. But the damage was still there. That was interesting. Yeah, it was more like a fun case. No one got injured at least. Yeah. Oh, because she's rich. So that's why. Yes, you are. Oh. Oh, yeah. That's so adorable. I still want to learn lots about Grey. Oh, she got the book for him. Hmm. Is he crying? Oh. Whoa. Someone stole Iskandar's relic or like something. The mantle, yeah. So he wants to use that in the next war to revive him and to be with him again. Not revive, but yeah. Hmm. Rail Zeppelin. Damn. She'll follow you. Man, that was quite something. Someone actually stole that mantle that he wanted to use to like summon Iskandar again in the next war. I wonder who are these guys in that like in that trail. I don't know. Probably some really dangerous people, but we'll see what happens. I'm sure Grey is going to follow him. And now she knows a bit more about his intentions and a bit more of what happened with him. Yeah. I wonder when she will give him the that present. She didn't get a chance to give him that in this episode, but it might still happen. Of course, it's going to happen. I just wonder when. It was still really fun to watch Luvia and Renner, like trying to make not like specifically Luvia, but it was more about Reiner trying to give like some different looks to Gray. Then Luvia just joined in, and that whole situation happened. But she looked really adorable in most of those outfits. But yeah, I still want to learn a lot more, like about Gray, and that stuff about the kings keeping their belongings on their grave or something like that. Like what Waver was explaining in his class at the start of the episode. Um, it kind of made me feel like maybe something in the grave of King Archer, like somehow created Grey, or like I don't know, something happened. It's just like me trying to figure out how Grey appeared and like who she is. At this point, I'm not even sure if she's human or not, or if she's like a human but with this power from King Archer. Like I don't know exactly what it is. Like if she's like a demi servant, like they call it, but that's something that I really want to like to get explained, and I really hope that they eventually do it. But yeah, it was still more of a fun episode. I mean, that situation happened, but it wasn't that like big of a deal in the end. It was just some like a mistake that Luvia did when she was like placing that spell. She kind of went overboard with it. But yeah, it's fixed now and everything is back to normal. But now we have this issue with Waver and someone stealing that mantle of Iskandar. So yeah, they're going to probably not probably they have to go to that train and they got the invite for it as well. And I wonder what kind of characters we're going to meet there, because there's probably going to be some at least like really dangerous ones. And Waver really needs the help of Grey if something bad happens. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see what happens in that place. It's probably going to be the like I said at the start, the main case, since it's also the in the title of this anime. So yeah, it's gonna be nice to watch it. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed my reaction to this episode, and if you did, please like and subscribe to the channel. And you can also join my Discord and my Patreon if you want to get early access to my full reactions. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next episodes, so see ya!